Ed Rose, you sent an email that had not the 3 T's of hitting, but the 4 T's of hitting. What's that all about, man?
Well, listen, I got up early this morning, which I do a lot of times nowadays, trying to keep my mind occupied, and realized that I had written a paper called The Three T's of Hitting 20 years ago, timing, technique, and technology. Uh, then I realized, I was really missing something, and I wanted to present it a little better. Uh, I, in the fourth T, I put a fourth T in there, which is training, which is practice, and that might be, you understand, or I mean, just common sense that you got to practice, but I thought it was more practical by having the four T's to be specific. And then the other thing I realized that a lot of people don't understand how the art of hitting works with the four T's of hitting now. And let's just say you asked that question: how do they work together, Ed? Well, this is what this video is going to be all about. And in a broad sense, I'm going to tell you in a metaphoric sense that the um, the art of hitting is you're being an artist for your hitting style. Okay, where the four T's come in, they're the tools that you use, and there's all kinds of complexity, and each one of those T's breaks down into a lot of little other elements that you use, your tools, if you will. So the art of hitting is the broad umbrella saying, hey, be you. And so I wrote a paper up, and what I want to do is the guys in the hitting club here uh, are familiar with those, but not specifically. And I'm going to have them go through this, what I wrote, put together this morning, to kind of verify and see if there's any issues, and help explain to everybody else on our channel when we're talking about the four T's of hitting and the art of hitting, what's it mean? Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Not just, yeah. Okay, well, you're going to be the first one up.
All right.
For the next 15 minutes, we'll explain to you can explain the art of hitting and the four T's. What you see here is a picture of Paul Stanley, Bruce Mead, Ray Fleetwood, Ed Rose, Mike Masenko, Bob O'Brien, and Big John Tanner. These guys are all personal friends of mine, and they're all great hitters. And they all have great swings built on the four T's. Like I said, Big Dan Carlson is going to share with you the concept of the fourth T, if you will, training, which equates to practice. Let's hear what Dan has to say. Okay, Dano. So I presented that with that paper you got there, and you're going to talk about what one of the T's?
We're going to do training.
Training, okay.
Yep.
So go ahead and read what the paper says about training.
Training ties everything together. It involves consistent practice and conditioning to refine your skills. The art of hitting is about finding a training routine that complements your personal goals and abilities. Developing a personalized routine. The art of hitting requires a training program that addresses your weaknesses and enhances your strengths. This might include batting practice, strength training, and flexibility exercises. Consistency and adaptability. The art is in maintaining a consistent training schedule while adapting to changes in your physical condition and performance goals. This all ties into the art of hitting, from finding a training regimen that supports your unique styles and goals, enabling continuous improvement. That's pretty good.
So what does that mean to you in a general sense?
So what I take from that is, every hitter, every person, everybody's got strengths and weaknesses. Somebody may be big and strong, maybe they're not flexible. You need to be flexible to be fluid, to be injury free. So maybe that person would spend more time, doing stretching and yoga, for example, or something like that, as opposed to, and it could be opposite, could be true. If somebody who's flexible, maybe they need to be stronger to hit the ball a little farther and harder.
So basically, based on your personal development needs, you would do just as you said there.
And of course, that's off the field. Everybody needs to spend time here hitting balls and finding out what your what your own strengths and weaknesses are at the plate, and then working on that as a hitter also.
Do you think that how do I want to say this? Do you think when we put I made the fourth tee. I mean, I spent 20 years with three tees, but the fourth tee I thought was kind of, you understand that you need to practice.
Yeah.
But I think it's I think it's appropriate I put it in. What do you think?
It's for anybody in the game. It may be stating the obvious, but a lot of subscribers to your channels are new to the game, and if you're trying to embrace the entire scope of being a great player, that's a key part of it, I think.
Okay, man. Thank you. Now we'll listen to Big Frank talk about technique and how technique in the concept of the four T's is significant to building a great swing. Okay, so who I have here? Tell the audience.
Frank Ferrando.
Frank Ferrando. You're the guy that gives Ed Rose direction, aren't you?
That's right.
Okay. So, Frank, what are we going to talk about here with this session on your
Technique.
Technique. So
one of my favorite parts of hitting.
Okay, so go ahead and read the definition I wrote up there.
Yes. The technique involves the mechanics of hitting, including grip, stance, and swing. While there are common principles, the art of hitting is about finding a technique that aligns with your physical and personal preferences. Developing your swing. The art of hitting involves experimenting with different grips and stances to find what feels natural to you. While the overlap grip may add distance for some, others may prefer a traditional grip. Okay. Customization for personal preferences or attributes. Your technique should consider your body type, strength, flexibility, and adapt your stance and swing to fit your unique characteristics. Okay, the art of hitting connection. The art emerges as you find a technique that aligns with your personal strengths and physical attributes.
Go ahead.
I think that technique is probably.
Well, hold on. Let me stop you before you get into it. I know you'll have a dissertation on this, but what does that mean to you? That does it make sense? Is there any holes in it, or?
This is the whole thing. This describes everything you need to know about technique, at least to get you started, and think you should be focusing on all of that, because that should be like your foundation.
So I got you in this because you've only really been playing softball for what, a year and a half?
2 years now.
2 years now? Okay, 2 years, and you had been out of it for how many years?
I'd never played softball. I'd only played high school baseball.
Okay, so it was a real, eye opener to you, and so you agree with what that says, or you don't, or?
I totally agree with it,
Okay.
and I've, in my own experience, this is everything. It's the most important thing, because you see tall guys, they can stand up in front of the plate, and they can hit the back, they can hit the forward, and they can hit the ball out of the park. Shorter guys like myself, even though I'm very strong.
Oh, you are strong.
Yeah,
and how tall are you?
That's a big thing. I'm only 5'6", 5'5",
okay.
but I do a lot of workout with physical workout and training as far as being as strong as I can. That's not so that I can hit home runs. It's so that I can hit hard line drives that maybe go through the gap and get an inside the park thing. So as far as technique goes, yeah, you're a big guy like John Ferrante, you can hit it out of the ballpark fine, have fun doing that. But I play with him, and a lot of balls get caught in the outfield like that.
Okay.
And there's nothing worse for me when I hit a long fly ball. I hit it really well, but it gets caught. And then the next time I come up, I'm discouraged, because what am I going to do now? They're playing me deep. And
okay, let me get you back on track here, because
so technique.
Okay, technique
hit
is what we're talking
for
about.
your personal physical ability, which would mean
Okay, so now do you see the connection between? How now would you explain the connection between the art of hitting and 4 T's of hitting?
The 4 T's. Remind me what the 4 T's are.
Timing, technique, technology,
technology,
and training.
That's that's the
Well,
whole.
okay, this is the way I explained it. I think to you is that the art of hitting is the concept in a metaphoric sense of you being an artist. Okay, and the 4 T's are just the tools in your artistry. And just
The
that's
tool.
why in every one of those definitions I put the connection. It's not, you know, that wasn't a trick question, but many people out there in the audience can't answer it. You know, it made sense to me, but I woke up this morning and said, you know, I had been doing this. Let me make it clear. I don't know how long I'm going to be around on this planet, so I want to make things clear. So when they look back and they can't say, "Oh, Ed Rose forgot something." So you understand
Well,
that?
yeah. Let me
Makes sense to
let me
you?
quickly summarize how they all fit in. All right.
Okay.
So, timing. All right. Timing. All right. Take care of that with a lot of practice, a lot of hitting practice. That's going to develop your timing. Technology. I don't think that's a big thing. You know, you pick a bat. I see all kinds of bats. Everybody uses a different bat.
We ain't going to get in that argument, but
All
technology.
right, right. But all right,
yeah, go ahead.
technology is a, you know, like it's a bat. Who cares? What was the
The
last?
guy using the bat cares. Go ahead.
Yeah, technique is what I just said. I think that's the foundation of everything. Do that first, lay that down. And the last thing was, what was the fourth one?
I forget. You got me confused.
No, it was training. It was training. Training goes along with your timing. Training, catching fly balls.
Oh, without
running around,
practice, you're nothing.
Practice. Okay,
Okay.
so that's it. But technique is the foundation.
Yeah, you can sure talk, dude. Thanks a lot, man. You're a good man. Thank you.
Okay.
Big John Friday talk about the value of timing, how timing works with your swing and your mechanics, and pulls it all together, really. Okay, I got John Ferrani here. Today he's going to be our guest on a podcast later on today in the afternoon. So Big John Ferrani is the home run king of Brevard County here in the senior leagues. And I have that verified from the league president, so we'll talk more about that today. But John, we're here to talk about how the four T's of hitting as it is now and the art of hitting, you know, come together. But at first, you're gonna talk about what? Timing, right?
Timing, yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and read that definition, and we'll talk about it.
All right. Timing is about hitting the ball at the right moment.
Speak up, please.
It is influenced by your rhythm, coordination, and swing speed. The art of hitting involves synchronizing your timing with your technique. Finding your rhythm. The art of hitting requires developing a natural sense of timing. Each player has their own rhythm, influenced by their physical attributes and experience. Adjusting to different pitches. The art in learning to hit the ball where it is pitched. Adjusting your timing based on pitch speed and location. This requires practice and intuition. The art of hitting connection. The art involves adapting your timing to your unique rhythm and specific conditions of each player.
So what do you say about it? Tell me that in your words, how that works for you, and does it make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. When you're practicing and worrying about where you actually physically make contact with the ball, you obviously want to be at your highest bat speed when you hit it. So if your timing is a little bit slow, you're probably going to not hit the ball very well. Or if it's too fast, you know, your bat speed already slowed down, you're not going to hit the ball very well either. So you got to practice the ability to have your fastest bat speed when you make the contact. Things that adjust your timing, like I read here, is about hitting the ball where it's pitched. So timing is slightly different from an inside pitch versus an outside pitch. So in my personal philosophy, I get ready assuming I'm going to hit an inside pitch, so that I'm geared up, ready to go.
Because you got to be a little faster on an inside pitch. Got to come around as
You
far
gotta come
away
around
from.
and get that bat speed a little
Yeah.
further out.
Yeah.
If I see the pitch is going to be on the outside of the plate or in the middle of the plate or a little bit high, I got that extra split second or two to adjust and change my timing a little bit, and I can take it the other way with the right bat speed.
Okay. So what do you think about the concept of art of hitting? Do you agree that the art of hitting is
Yeah, there is
reasonable in the concept that we use it, the metaphoric sense that we use it?
Yeah, because the art of hitting is, if it was a mechanical swing where everybody did the exact same swing, the exact same thing, there'd be no art to it, and everybody would be the exact same hitter. But there is an art to it. Taller, shorter people, bigger, smaller, stronger, weaker. So everybody has to adjust their swing. In this case, what I'm talking about is timing based on their physical abilities, or maybe their physical attributes. So there is an artistry to how you swing to make you the best batter that you can be.
Yeah, that's good, man. Well said. But listen, we'll see you this afternoon in the dugout. You people out there want to listen more to John, he'll be on the dugout talking about all good things. Thanks, John.
All right, thanks.
Now let's hear Leon Gannon talk about technology and how important technology is to your swing and becoming a better hitter. Okay, who do I have here? Like I don't know.
Liam Gannon,
Liam Gannon. What's the name of your business?
Shut Up and Play Designs.
Shut Up and Play Design. The reason I bring that up because we here at the Art of Hitting Club owe him a lot because he designs all our stuff. And I'll put a picture of our shirts that we got out there that Liam made, and he's done a lot of other stuff for us. So you're interested, just contact, what you got on the website?
Yeah, Shut Up and Play Designs. We're on Facebook and also Instagram.
Okay, enough of the PR, but you deserve it. But listen, buddy, we're going to talk with you about technology, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, go ahead and read what I wrote on technology, and we'll go from there.
All right. Technology represents the tools and equipment you use. It provides a foundation for hitting, but does not dictate your style. The art of hitting comes into play when you choose technology that complements your physical attributes and style. And then first one is selecting the right equipment. Different players have varying preferences for bat weight, length, and compensation. The art of hitting involves selecting technology that suits your unique needs, whether you prioritize power, speed, or control. And then personalization through technology. Consider how your body type, strength, flexibility affect your choice of bats and gloves. The right technology will support your natural abilities and enhance your performance.
So the connection to art of hitting, did you read that or I missed? Did I?
No, I'm about to. It's the connection, like you were saying. The art lies in adapting technology to fit your personal style, allowing you to maximize your hitting potential.
So what do you think about that? Tell me what you
It's
say in
very
different
true.
words, or what?
No, it's very true about technology. For example, just a simple Walmart bat to compare to the Suncoast and bat. Different technology, different feel, and the way the ball trampoline effect off the bat. I mean, they always say it's not the arrow, it's the Indian, but sometimes the right technology in the Indian, the arrow is going to go further.
Some Indians use some arrows better than other Indians use them arrows.
Correct.
But a lot of people are using the Mario Foster arrow.
Correct.
Or bow. I don't know. I guess it's an arrow.
So it depends, like you were saying, a balanced bat to an end loaded bat. You get the balanced ones, mid loads, half ounce, full.
Almost makes you nuts, don't it?
Yeah, so you just got to find where you swing and what you're trying to do. A lot of people that want power want the end loaded. Guys that want to spray it around the field use balance sometimes.
Use balance because they can control it
they
better.
can control it better. So it just depends on what you are in your lineup and what you have to do. I know guys that have, when they step up the bat, they have a balance and an end load in their hand. And
Really?
depending on the situation, that's what bat they use.
Dude, look, my personal philosophy is the lighter bat. I can control it. I mean, I use the overdrive grip. They say, well, you can control the bat, but I control the bat pretty good. I did well over 70 something. But
That's true.
It's not about me. But what do you do? How do you? What's your?
I actually, for a while, I was swinging an end-loaded bat, and then as I got older and I was put up higher in the lineup, I switched to a balanced bat to go spray around the field because I was told, let the guys behind you knock you in. So as I'm getting older now, I'm going back to the end-loaded bat where I'm having more power and be able to drive the ball a lot farther.
You 12-inch barrel, 13-inch barrel?
Right now, the Mario Foster, I'm using the
13
inch,
yeah.
and then I also have a 12-inch of the Autism Johnny Dykes.
You don't have a problem switching back and forth from 12 to 13? I do. That's
On
why.
two-piece bats, I do, but not on one piece. For two-piece, it's
That's
I don't
weird
know if
because
it's
everybody's got their own little
psychologically. I feel on a two-piece
psychological
bat.
issue.
I feel on a two-piece bat, even though it's a 12-inch barrel, it's a smaller sweet spot than a 12-piece one-piece, 12-inch one-piece.
Anything you want to close with?
I just appreciate it. It's fun going out in your hit.
Okay, buddy. Make sure I get you.
Of course, just reading this and understanding, you got to go out there and
and work it hard. You know, take these things, understand it, and develop your own swing based on your own abilities. You can watch Ray Fleetwood hit and say, man, I want to hit like that guy. You don't have his physical characteristics. You may not have his strength, or maybe you do. But you the guy that have to, you know, understand where you're at and what you can do. That's why we call it the art of hitting. Please hit subscribe. Thank you for your time.